Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Soracom 101 webinar. It is great to see everyone here. My name is Lynn, and over the next 45 minutes or so, we're going to explore just some of the reason why businesses like Pebblebee, Panasonic, Canon, and more than 15,000 other are all connecting their device to the cloud over 2G, 3G, 4G, LTE, LTE-M with Soracom. First thing first, just a quick introductions. Again, my name is Lynn, and I'm part of the North American sales team here at Soracom. I'm also joined today by one of our knowledgeable solution architect, Brenna. The two of us are going to go over some of the basics of the Soracom platform. We'll talk about how to connect your device to the cloud using a Soracom SIM card, how we keep your data secure, explaining our hardware compatibility as well as cloud integrations, going over our pricing model, and talk about next step to getting started. We also have a few other members of our team on the chat today. So if you have any question at all during my presentations, during the today presentation, please go ahead and enter them in the chat window of your screen and our team will answer them. I want to start by giving a very brief introduction to us here at Soracom. Our company had its root in Japan, with three former AWS members came together with a simple mission dedicated to create a more connected world. In 2017, Soracom was acquired by KDDI, a well-known telecom company in Japan, equivalent to the Verizon or AT&T of the US. Fast forward to today, Soracom had expanded globally as well as scaling to the US and the Europe market. Our SIM card now connect more than 2 million devices globally on 4G, 2G, 3G, LTE-M, with more than 15,000 businesses relying on our connectivity. Even though we're part of a big company, we are very nimble at heart. We work with all IoT use cases from well-known enterprise customers like Toyota, Panasonic, Philips, to small startup, and have since created partnership and integration with many IoT companies in the industry, from hardware partners like Teltonika, Nordic Telecom, to leading public clouds like AWS, Google Cloud, really help bring IoT project to market. Let's talk about how we actually connect your device to the cloud. It all starts with a single SIM card, a Soracom SIM card. Our SIM card come in various different sizes and work with virtually any single board computer or microcontroller. Just pop the SIM card in, register on a user console, and you can get your device up and running in no time. What makes the SIM card special is that it will connect to local mobile carriers all over the world. In fact, from the moment you activate your SIM card, you can deploy as many devices as you need to almost 150 countries on 300 mobile carriers globally. For example, here in North America, we'd be able to utilize the redundancy of multi-carrier connectivity of AT&T and T-Mobile network. If you're in the UK, it would be Vodafone, EE, and O2. And if you're in Australia, you connect to Optus, Telstra, and Vodafone. What that means is that your device is going to have the redundancy of many of the world's most well-known reliable mobile network. Why is that beneficial, you might ask? Let's say your device is in the US and had automatically connect to AT&T. And with many use cases, I've seen that customer, they travel to different part of the US to making sure the device have connection there. So when you run into a region where, AT&T is not available in that region, our SIM card would automatically fall back to T-Mobile, making sure that your device always stay connected. Additionally, our SIM card and platform are hardware and software agnostic. We'll dive a little deeper into how is it hardware and software agnostic in further and latter part of the sections. But for right now, it is worth mentioning that we're continuously growing our list of carrier partner across the world. So whether you're looking for a solution that's going to connect to 5 or 50,000 devices, and whether you'll be looking into deploy your project locally or globally, you can be confident that Soracom is going to be a truly rock solid connectivity partner that's going to scale with your business aspiration. I mentioned the Soracom user console platform just now, and I want to go into a little bit more detail with this topic. The user console platform is actually one of the most powerful elements of Soracom and is totally available and free of charge for any user with a Soracom SIM card. At a basic level, the Soracom console is the place where you monitor your device activity and managing your SIM connectivity. You can start, stop, or pause connections on demand and even throttle the speed class of your connectivity up or down as needed. Additionally, feature like searching for your device by ID, location, name, attribute, or status is so easy and is a really great way of managing your device at scale. We have seen many use cases where our customers from all industry utilizing the platform to save costs. For example, the ability to put the SIM on standby or suspension mode, which means that they don't get charged a single cent for these devices during that time until they are set back to active again. These are great for, use case where you have the device up and running for a certain period of time of the years, and then the device will not be used for, let's say 6 months or 3 months out of that year. With this feature, you don't have to worry about getting charged for any fee during the time where the device is on standby or suspension mode. You can also use the Soracom API to easily integrate data from our platform into your own in-house IoT applications using conventional HTTP requests. You'll be able to manage resources, events, services, as well as generate report, view device data, set up usage alert, and so much more with the platform. If you're interested in learning more of all the functionality and capability of what our platform can offer, we do have another webinar about the Soracom user console platform, which we're really happy to share with you. So please let us know in the chat, and we're happy to drop the link in there for you. Build for team and build to scale. When I first joined Soracom, I was very surprised to learn that 30% of IoT project fails. That is a staggering amount of great idea that never make it to the market. This is actually something that our founder are aware of, and we built Soracom from the ground up to make it as easy as possible for your IoT project to succeed on our platform. For example, we try to make it as easy as possible for you to purchase just a single SIM card to test our capability and to see how well our solution align with your business requirement. Once you decided we're a good fit, you can easily scale up to 10, 100, and thousands of SIM cards, as many as you needed. You can order all the SIM card under one platform without needing to talk to anybody. It is a great solution whether you're in the prototype stage and looking for a connectivity partner, or if you're already an established business with devices already out there in the market and looking for a better solution. I talked about the Soracom user platform earlier, and one of the great features in there is the ability to group and tag different SIM together. This helps with device organizations and management, especially when you're rolling out your project to be used by multiple customers. Additionally, the ability to collaborate with your colleague is also available by creating different SAM user with certain limitations to allow your team to have access to the platform from your account. I also talk about how we're constantly adding new carrier to our network. The great news here is that you will never need to swap out your Soracom SIM card in order to access these carrier. It is truly a single SIM card that stay in the device for life and still have access to all the new feature and functionality and connectivity. I'm now going to hand over to my awesome colleague Brenna, who is going to talk to you a little bit about how Soracom keep your data secure, our hardware compatibility, and how we connect to various cloud integration. Brenna, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Lynn. So now moving on, I would like to talk a little bit about what makes Soracom unique and really that what makes Soracom unique is our infrastructure. So Soracom is actually a telecom hosted in the cloud backed by AWS. And what that means is when your data is sent from your IoT devices over here on the left, they'll be sent right to the carrier who we have a direct connection with, and your data will arrive in Soracom before going over the public internet. So, what that allows us to do is then decide where to actually send that data. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you just want to store it in our Soracom Cloud, in our services like Soracom Harvest, or maybe you'd like to just send it over the public internet like normal, or maybe you'd like to send it directly to one of your cloud integration points, or even create a private network between our cloud and your backend to send that data securely. So it's a little unique, it's a little different, and this is really setting the stage for what's to come in the rest of this webinar. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So moving on, I'd like to talk about security. I think security is not a glamorous topic. I understand you hear security and you think, okay, just more cost to my project, more development work. But I'm here to make this easier and take out any fear around security in IoT. So, adding security into an IoT project is daunting, but it's very important. You see on the news all the time that smart lockers are being hacked into, or SIM cards are being taken out of IoT devices and used in other devices. Really, you just don't want to see your project end up on the news for any kind of security weakness. So what Soracom is able to do is really make this a lot easier for you and your project because of that infrastructure that I showed you in the previous slide. So, from the device side, we actually have a service that can lock your SIM card to your device based on IMEI. So there's no fear there that your SIM will be moved to another device and used to, download YouTube videos or something. And then also when you think about transferring data from your devices, like I mentioned, you can completely close off that private communication channel and make the public internet optional. So this means that your data isn't exposed to the public internet and to any malicious actors on the public internet. Also, as far as authenticating your devices with your backend servers, we have a couple of ways to do that. One, we can offload that authentication to the cloud. And another way is to allow your devices to bootstrap their credentials on their own using their existing, cellular authentication methods. So you quite literally can allow your devices to download their own certificates, for example, to authenticate with any of your IoT services. So going back down to the device side, you might be wondering what devices are actually compatible with Soracom, and the answer to that is we are hardware agnostic. Really, any kind of cellular device you are looking to build, we can connect. So whether you're in very early proof of concept stages and really looking for suggestions, we are happy to help with that. If you are looking for guidance on which technologies to use in your project, we can absolutely help with that. Also, we have our own getting started IoT kits on our store, so you can tinker around with different microcontrollers and single board computers. If you're past that proof of concept phase and you're now looking at scaling up, maybe building your own custom board, we can also help with that, weighing the pros and cons of going with something off the shelf. Or we can leverage one of our many partners to really help you build your own custom board and scale from 10 devices all the way to hundreds of thousands. So we are definitely happy to help with that. And then, of course, if you're just looking for a simple solution, we also can connect cellular gateways and routers or USB dongles. And if you're also looking for any kind of device that you can use right now to get connected, definitely check out our store for those devices. So moving on now to cloud compatibility, you might be wondering what cloud we integrate with. And again, the answer is going to be we're cloud agnostic. So really any cloud that you're using we will be able to get your devices connected. And what this means is instead of worrying about adding credentials onto each and every IoT device, we have services that allow you to bring that authentication off of the device and into the cloud, and your devices only have to worry about sending data to Soracom, and then from there we can decide which cloud we're sending traffic to, which service we're sending traffic to, and even reformat that data body if you need to compress it or decompress it. We can do all of that in the Soracom cloud, and this is also going to give you the flexibility to make changes in the future. So you can imagine that in a fleet of hundreds of thousands of IoT devices, making any kind of change in the application code or really anywhere it sounds like a nightmare. It sounds very overwhelming. So anytime you can bring configuration off of the device, this is going to be better because you reduce the amount of places you have to actually make a change. So in Soracom, you only have to make the change once for all hundreds of thousands of devices. So these cloud integrations are really going to make your project much easier and is really going to allow you to scale. And I think with that, my time is up, so I will hand it back over to Lynn.
Even when you're still in the very early stage of developing your IoT project and maybe haven't considered acquiring a cloud backend provider, you can already get your device up and running and start collecting data by utilizing our Harvest and Lagoon services. We allow you to collect testing data to our secure AWS environment in Soracom Harvest and be able to visualize that data through Soracom Lagoon. On the other hand, if you are using an on-premises backend, we'll also have service that will help you be able to connect our system to your system as well for ease of management and convenient in terms of workflow. We built Soracom to be a fully scalable and totally reliable connectivity partner for technology businesses of all sizes anywhere in the world. But we like to think that the capability of our platform could extend way beyond just the SIM card connectivity. So there is a full suite of amazing services we offer that makes Soracom truly different. As you can see, there's so many applications and networking services to talk about today, but I wanted to share a couple of my favorite Soracom benefits that I think you struggle to find anywhere else. First is our ability to securely access your device remotely on demand. Typically, you need to physically send an engineer out in the field, whether it's for maintenance or troubleshooting when it comes to the device. And especially during the pandemic, that could become kind of a hurdle depending on where you live in the world. But with Soracom, you can connect your device remotely to change any setting There are no relay server required and no need to install any specific agent software on your device. And we help you connect and secure by only opening up a maintenance window on demand. We call this feature Soracom Napter. It is something that our customer absolutely enjoy using during their prototyping phase or even after deployment. Next, I want to talk about how we help you keep your data usage and device powers as low as possible. For low power, low memory devices, every bit of saving, whether it be data consumption or battery life, counts. So we have a protocol conversion feature that allows you to send raw data to the cloud, and then we'll then convert it to HTTPS or CTP or any other format you require inside our platform. This feature is saving businesses we work with hundreds and sometimes even thousands of dollars a month. And it is yet another reason why so many people are turning to Soracom for their connectivity. One of our customer Wills, they are a smart wheelchair company. With the beam services, they be able to achieve 30% of reductions in terms of battery usage. But that's not all. There are a whole lot of other great benefits, like our virtual private gateway, our data visualization tool, and our edge processing. If you want to dig a little deeper, I'd love to have a meeting with you after this section to discuss which services will best serve you, your use case. So just drop me an email. I'll include my email at the end of the webinar, or simply chat with us on the website. We're happy to sit down and talk with you. We understand that there are many challenges and hurdles in bringing in an IoT project to market. Therefore, we offer a very flexible solution for your user to get started quickly and efficiently. With Soracom, we don't ask for any commitment upfront. Our pay-as-you-go pricing structure ensures that you only pay for the amount of data all of your SIM card under one account consumed. It is, again, pay-as-you-go, so very straightforward. But also very convenient, and it is the same pricing across all network generations. So we don't care whether your device is connected to 2G, 3G, 4G, LTE, or LTE-M. It all under the same pricing structure. So we offer a global pay-as-you-go pricing model, or if you're looking into deploying in the US and Canada region only, we recently launched a new pricing bundle plan that's available on our website. So feel free to hit up our website and figuring out what plan is best for you. When you're looking to scale up or simply ensure which plan is the most beneficial to your use case, we'll also provide volume customized pricing as well. So please don't hesitate to contact our sales team. We'd love to have a chat and discuss the right pricing option that tailored to your business and project growth. It is quite an easy and risk-free solution if you're interested in seeing what Soracom platform can do and if it's a great fit for your project. As I mentioned, there is no commitment upfront, and you don't need to talk to anyone to get started. It's as simple as purchasing a $5 SIM card from our platform or Amazon site, signing up for our user console, and get started. When you first sign up with us, you'll be subject to our developer plan of a basic fee of 6 cents per day per active SIM card. And the first activation fee is on us. And the basic fee only kick in when you first turn on the device and start connecting. So for the data consumption, as I mentioned in the previous slide, we calculate the cost by looking at the total aggregated data consumed among all of the SIM card and multiply it with our data rate. For more information on our global data rate, please feel free to click on the link that we provide in the chat, or just let us know. We're happy to talk to you and figure out, your skills in terms of deploying globally and figuring out the best pricing structure for you. With the pay-as-you-go, it is a really great and affordable plan for many IoT developers out there who are in the process of maybe testing their device and unsure of how much data each of the devices consume monthly. It's a great way to be able to measure that with no commitment upfront. You'll also be able to take advantage of our knowledgeable customer support system on all technical questions related to your IT project. We're very proud to mention that our customer support has 100% of customer satisfaction in the past year. And in the event that you're not satisfied with our platform or services, you can cancel the subscription anytime from the user console as well. So I hope that with all the information you provided, that I get you really excited to start testing out your IT project with our platform. So go onto the Soracom website, order a SIM card, and start connecting your device to the cloud. We can't wait to see what you're going to build. I want to thank everyone again for your time, and thank you for joining with me on the webinar today. I also want to give a shout out to my amazing colleague Brenna for joining with me. Please let me know if you guys have any questions or interested in just having a conversation to see whether Soracom can be a good fit for your project. I will drop my email in the chat here. Feel free to connect me. And yeah, very excited to serving you. Thank you again and have a good one.